Hello everybody, this is Caydin the A1 Terrier, or shall I now say Caydin the A1X Terrier. I am playing the game called Wonders of Sodor that came out last week. On Tuesday, to be precise there. Right, got something extraordinary that I'm gonna attempt, which involves pulling around 20 coaches, express ones to be precise, with James the Red Engine to Fixtown, Platform 1, and hopefully I don't derail when in the process. Because if that happens, that's going to be embarrassing. Because it takes me a while just to shut them. And there we are, the rake of 20 Green Express coaches trailing behind. Also, can't wait for you lot to help me reach this new milestone of hitting 100 subscribers. I know I technically hit it Saturday, but things happen, and let's just say, I don't hold a grudge. But still, if we could try and hit 100 again, that would be quite good. Now, I will address the, bug in the room. At times, randomly, will the left stick being on this here would freeze up within the game, meaning I wouldn't be able to move one bit, which is a pain in the rear end at times, but hopefully they can fix it. And then another one is that times couplings would not, couple or uncouple. Yeah, that's why they call couples, as in a friendship type thing, couples, because they're coupled up. Oh, sorry, that's me, I've got bad jokes. As now we can see all 20 coaches going past Crosby. And yet, we all should know James's strength capacity, which, hopefully, we don't have a problem with. If not, I'll whip out Thomas and Percy and couple them up and see if we can get over the hill then. But trust me, there ain't no Gordons. If we go here, we see no Gordons. So, lucky days. Hopefully, James can pick up enough speed to get over Gordon's hill. Hopefully. Because you could consider this his strength test. Will he not be able to get over the edge of the hill? As well as one thing. Dovetail, if you're watching this, I reckon some of the timetable bits aren't there. Because once we've got into Vicarstown, I'll show you. Of where basically some timetable bits are missing. Because the example that I found out is in Stepney Terrier 55's recent video. He basically did a review on the deluxe edition type sense and played James's pack. Did a timetable mode where James pulled the goods back to forth, but on the Xbox of mine, it never showed. And then of course, like stuff like running round to the front of the train, turning around. I don't know if Dovetail has made it so that you wouldn't have to do it, or you could, but they limited how much you can do within the Xbox, etc. I'll change theme and resume after new themes being popped up. Right, themes changed. Come on, James, come on. Come on, buddy, old pal, come on. Also, I will try, since I've looked at the results of the poll, you not really like the 15 minutes length. For some episodes, actually, I might as well explain this. The way how my videos, in a sense, work is the in-betweens series takes 15 minutes long because it's a less chaotic side of my main series, which can be chaotic and, well, just chaotic and somehow crazy. Ooh, James can take 20 coaches up the hill. That's surprising. But still, the in-between series acts like the non-chaotic version of the main. And pretty much having the main series go to 15 means that the in-between and main are roughly length-wise the same. But if I had the main series as a 25 minute, it's like, think of it as Ninjago series run. They struggled with the 11-minute format, and then when they switched back, they did better. So if I were to do 15 minutes, I would struggle getting the plot going. Which, for some people, they probably could and have done. But for me, my brain don't think that quick to be able to go, right, let's get a plot moving and end within 15 minutes. Because for me, that's not the way my brain functions, you could say. And I have deleted the post because of one thing. And I will not fully mention it, but let's just say anything to do with Winston, I've scrubbed from my channel. I won't say why exactly, but let's just say he mocked me from my last name. All because it was from Paw Patrol, which no, I will not put in the series. Having Fireman Sam and Thomas merged together in my brain somehow works, but for Paw Patrol, it's not gonna work. But truly, Winston mocked me with my last name, all because it was one of the characters' names. And let's just say, I left it because he also said I was annoying. Now, to some people, I can be annoying, while to others, I can't. It's just, for me, I lack in social cues. I think that's what my brother said, but still, I do tend to yap on and on about my series. But for me, it's because it's a new experience. Well, since my earlier years, but still, having the ability to entertain loads of people is just what I've fashioned or passioned, well, one of the two, of where I entertain you lot, and you have something to keep you entertained during, say, when you're going to bed, or needing a good old story time. But let's just say, I will always try to get a video out. Of course, I do need breaks, of course, like other YouTubers, but still. I love the fact I've turned this from an experiment to a bit of rambling. Because I'll say this, when I was younger, people wanted me to talk more. Because I used to be dead silent at times. But then, after a while, people wanted me to speak more. Not more, less. I just usually can't find a middle ground. But truly do. I do like to entertain you lots. Yeah, it is passion. Yeah, it's always been my passion in a sense. Since I've just figured that out 2 seconds ago, but for you lot, it seems like I just thought of it on the spot, when in reality, I paused the recording, changed the theme again, and thought stuff over. But truly do. I am proud of what I do. Well, technically, during my early years of my channel, especially with my birthday special, that is considerable. Because of the fact I took inspiration from others. Like Train King James with his series' special A New Era, the movie. And technically mine one copies the concept. Hell, even the title is the same. But I feel like I did try to do unique stuff. But at the same time, I feel like I haven't. But still, I will continue going down my own path. Also, how far am I from Crowin's Cave? Because I should know that's a blimmin' death trap. So is the quarry. Never take more than Percy's Troublesome Day Part 2 scenario has. It's like a blessing in disguise. Take more than that amount, you're dead. You would have to pin down the brakes before going down. But even then, I don't know if you still have a chance with them. But truly, I do like entertaining you lot. As well as I will do a review on this game. And before you all forget, well, since I did forget, I will do a review on Train Sim World 5/6's Thomas's pack review. Bear in mind, I have since I had to repurchase everything on my Xbox from my father's, I don't have the 80th pack on my Xbox, but I did buy the West Somerset and Thomas pack. I would either just record bits and bobs either from Train Sim World or Wonders of Sodor. Actually, you know what? Let's do that now, eh? Of review. When it comes to the Thomas packs, they're good, but the one thing that I feel like they lack in is the fact there's barely human interaction between the characters from each other. Most of the time, it's just silence between doing stuff. Hell, Annie and Clarabelle barely get any dialogue. They only get, from Thomas's introduction, the Thomas's arrival, where they have a pleasant conversation. It skips one to then Confusion and Delay, where pretty much they have a bit more dialogue, but then after that nothing. I don't mean this to be rude to Dovetail, Ian McHugh and Mark Morham. They did really good. Oh, a book. I just feel like with Annie and Clarabelle, Sir Topham Hatt and Mr. Peters, because we never find out where the two know each other. All we know is simply they were old friends. What's that crow is gay? No, that's Kelsthorpe. But still, we never find out who Mr. Peters is. And why would you have a fireworks party for Thomas's first day? Unless it was like... what's it? Bonfire night. But then, of course, you say that there's gifts too, but... hey, beggars can't be choosers, as they say. And... I would think... for the pack, the first one, it does well with introducing us to the concept of Dovetail can do good with Thomas. But then, of course, the second pack came out. Good, we got momentum going. Still, we got another game. Will we get more stories? More development? No! Again, not to be rude here for Dovetail and, etc. They did try their best. If they got more permission to do stuff, then I reckon the 80th pack could have been bigger. Say, like, instead of a cake, well, have the cake still in, but perhaps they could have brought, say, either Edward or Percy. Actually, depending on when they were making Wonders of Sodor, if they were able to bring Percy in, considering it would have been second tank engine of the West Somerset, Trainton World. Considering we need more tank engines again. Because the only tank engine we ever have is Thomas. And pretty much I would have thought they would have introduced like a snowplow mechanic where one day during Christmas time that, say, snow was covering all over the West Somerset, it would have introduced new mechanics into the game, like of snowplowing. When did I apply the brakes? But still, if they introduced a snowplow mechanic and perhaps a prequel again to the other two Thomas packs, and then continue focusing on this game, considering they have technically the files for Percy, but since people have tried apparently bringing Thomas stuff to Trainton World, that didn't work. But still, theoretically, Dovetail could rework Percy's mechanics to go into Trainton World, because basically the characters here, the same engine, game engine, etc. It's just the simple fact they're animated, which is probably why they can't be brought over to Trainton World. But if they did what they did for the Thomas packs and made it so they weren't animated, perhaps then we get another character story going. And perhaps Diesel will finally have more knowledge. And perhaps Thomas would still be in his 80th livery. Well, technically it's the 70th, but still, you know what I mean. And perhaps we finally get to see why Mr. Peters wanted Thomas going over. Perhaps we can get like a flashback. Considering they've got both Wonders of Sodor and Trains in World. Perhaps we could just have like a cutscene where it skips to this game where Sir Topham Hatt's on the phone talking to Mr. Peters, and we get to see why he wanted him there, or like a meeting. And then we see Percy coming in for Christmas, and then he's kept a surprise until the end scenario, but we play as him, say, midway, or like few stories before the end, if they don't go for 3 story scenarios, because I would reckon for the Christmas one they would have more stories, bigger than the other 2, of where they have more space to do stuff. Like, say, the first one is what would the name of it be? Snowball. It would be something between merging the words snow and trouble. Strubble. No, that don't sound right. That sounds wrong. Snowball. Yes, snowball. We say snowball. Considering my brain and my mouth wouldn't probably work well when matching it up. And basically it would be an introduction to the snow mechanics of snow plowing the line. And we get to hear that Sir Topham Hatt's gotten a a Christmas gift for Thomas. We could either have Percy or Edward be the gift. Which then they could bring Edward into Wonders of Sodor. Because we could either have it as we could bring Edward into Wonders of Sodor from having him go from Trains in World, as simply have it as Hontire, what's it? Think. Edward and Thomas was the first engines on the line, so they could have it so Thomas and Edward have a nice Christmas together on the West Somerset, which then they could have it as they bring Edward into Wonders of Sodor and bring Henry in too. Because I have heard, well, not heard, but seen on YouTube when scrolling through stuff of people asking what would we like to have in Wonders of Sodor. Majority that I've seen have asked for Edward, Henry, Toby, Dirk, Donald, Douglas, Boko, My Dear Engine, etc. So perhaps they could have Edward be... Actually, if they introduced him as a blooming Christmas one, then they would have to wait until Christmas this year, which seems kind of stupid. Or we could have it as like a storm hits West Somerset, And pretty much another agent has been called to help, which is Edward, who comes in, helps out, but he doesn't reveal himself until the last scenario. But for us, we know he's there. But for Thomas, he doesn't know. We get to play a couple scenarios with him, perhaps get some the old coaches from season 1, and then they could bring that into not Train Sim World, Wonders of Sodor, to have a different version we could use. So I'm just tired. It's 7:50-ish in the evening when recording this. Because if you were still watching, I'll be surprised. Come on, James. Slow down, boy. Slow down. Oh, this is where I wish there was blooming able to put brakes on in the coach. Oh. Oh, we could have gone through one side of Henry's tunnel, not just go through the other. But still, I'm getting a medication in for the night, which, let's just say, makes me sleepy. And the reason why I yap quite a bit, I won't blame this on my ADHD, because that sounds like I'm using it as an excuse, when in reality, half the time, that's where my weakness comes from. And also the lack of social cues. Right, James, we'll go and park you up in the shed. Oh, bugger. The game broke. Right, I'll reset the game. I'll meet you in 2 ticks, but for you lot it will be 2 seconds. For me it will be longer. I'll meet you back once I've fixed it. Right, fixed the game. Now, if we go into timetable, you see this? There ain't none to do the one that Terrier 55 did of early morning goods. And you know what, stranger? When it does Farquhar to a no for part 1, there ain't no part 2. So I reckon either Dovetail have hidden some because of Xbox capabilities, or that perhaps this is a bug that hides it from main view. And, or I'm just thinking too big into it. But still, let's try taking Percy down the branch, more importantly, a Nova with 10 trucks full, and see if he survives down. Well, we're not doing troublesome trucks. Right, set a path first. We'll only go to Farker for this. I'll switch themes again. Right, switched music. Now let's go down the death trap, shall we? Come on, Percy. Shovel wheel. That's why the brakes are on. Come on, Percy. On. There we go. Now, when we get to the top of the hill, actually, I'll shut off steam now. Because when we get to here, I'll have to start applying brakes. And I know this has gone on longer than I would have thought, but still, trust me with this. Brakes applied. Bother. Actually, handbrakes off for this. This is a demonstration. You see this? Brakes on, can't do nothing. Now, if I really want to survive this, I need to get handbrakes on. Because it takes the whole train handbrakes to be on. It takes all 10 brakes. Technically 11. Oh, I didn't think of this. Well, I'll slow down. But we have kept us. We still might be dead here, folks. Actually, not dead enough. It's like one handbrake affects all. Now, let's have some fun with this. Keep 2 rear ones on. Oh, Percy, my boy. Hold the line, Percy, hold the line. You're almost down. I didn't think of this. Wait on, Percy's slowing down. Oh, it's that one bit. I forgot it was only that one bit. Acts like a death trap. Well. Actually, keep brakes on just in case. Oh. Son of a. I'm not finishing it. I'm not finishing that word. But still, it could be worse. It could be worse. We're not going 50. But we are going to overshoot the stopping point. Percy, bird. Brakes. Brakes, little bird. You can do it, you little caterpillar. As Percy thundered into the yard, he realised, oh, flip, I'm going too fast, I'm going too fast. Go on, Percy. Actually, still brakes, but oh. As you see, the branch is a death trap. Now, let's do some experimenting. Again. I wonder how long of a goods train could we pull? As actually, if we do Percy, yeah, we'll do Percy. I quite like the little green boy. We'll see if we can take 30 trucks. 30 trucks we could do. How about that? 30? 45? Right, let's see. I should have really done this in the yard, really. Actually, no, we'll do it here. If I put Percy right here. Say there, boy. This feels like a longer video than I usually do. Well, it is, but we can sum it up to simple. Caydin's doing something good for me. A new video, and we could just swap this out with James's. I get to do another review of another thing. And do experiments. One of the things I really like doing, experiments. Because truly, I like good old experiments. It's what I live doing. I should know. No. Bring the spawner back. We're gonna bam it. 13, 25. Oh, I'll spawn it, yeah. Bother. I'm gonna have to make a rough guess. And then reverse it onto the train. And yet you would think, where's my recording stand? The simple answer, I don't know. I usually have it in my recording plate. Why the flip of those brakes off? While every other single piece of rolling stock on this train has its on. Why does tire tankers not even have them on? While every other rolling stock does. That's odd. So that's 35 trucks. Let's make that 50. Oh, did I delete the... Yeah, I did delete the brake van. Good. I love the fact you technically don't get to see the character that you're doing. Oh, God, Lord. Actually, sorry, Percy, for this. We'll use Thomas to shunt this. Because I'm feeling, when it comes to shunting, Percy... Why the flip are you tired? You weren't tired when you got dragged. Am I keeping you awake? I just spawned you in and you're tired already, you little flip. Yeah, you... God, he's smiling. He knows I've got something planned up my bum, but he ain't sure what. Yeah, it's all coupled up. Good, 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 good. Excellent. Would that be one of those? Okay, that's coupled up. Are you flipping kidding me? I didn't go far back enough. The train's gone on the wrong side. I don't know, I can't see in the tunnel. Right, I'm sliding past. I can't do nothing. I'm flipping helpless. The trucks held me back. Well, not held me back, but pushed, rather. Want the ability to see. Another thing I hate. I can't see when it comes to this. It's like giving it a stupid accurate guess here. It's like, should I start... Actually, if the truck's holding me back, then... Oh, can't do nothing. I'm useless. What? You're... Am I being flipped with here? Because last time I checked, run into a train, heads flipping on. What you get is one big whack and you're all flown off. Well, Thomas, you've done your job, mate. Anything to say? I'm not wanting to stand down. I want to get up. There. Anything to say? Yeah, you know you're gonna be dead. Bye. Right. Onwards. Why are the brakes still on? Practically, all of them should have been. The fuck? Oh, why is you watching you? You're taking me to the station. Could be quote worse than the fat controller. Technically, it's a top of my hat. Come on. You can see your friend off. That's all I can say. You will be seeing your friend off. You'll watch your friend pop off down the line. And that's it. And I will keep this as not made for kids. Pure and simply because I would like people to comment. So, when I finish doing this, your swearing warning is here. I will be swearing at the end of this video. This is so people could simply do comment and I would try and comment back. So your swearing warning is here. You have been warned. Now where should we take this? Not up to no for that's for sure. That's a death trap. None of these places have good yards. How about we do to Vickers but I don't make you lot watch the pathetic struggle of mine to there. And will be generous enough to just say, we'll do this until Gordon's Hill, then we'll stop the recording there. And simple as that. Right, Percy, you ready? Actually, one moment, Percy. I forgot to spawn in your best friend. He's tired already. He's done nothing. Percy, you might need to get your friend talked to. Oi, Thomas. Right, Percy, you're only getting support from 2 engines here, mate. So, say goodbye. Thank you. Oh. The brakes are flipping on. Are they gonna come up? All except the vans. Go along the... I'll skip to when I've done the handbrakes. Right, sorted out the kinks. Oh no, you spawned, you cheeky little blue punk. Ready? As the engines said good luck in whistle language. Percy strugglingly left the station. Painful crawl, this is. It's putting this poor engine in torture. It's really putting the word torture into the actual word. It takes the word torture and puts it to the truth. Practically, I've tortured this poor green engine again into doing something stupid. I don't even know if he's gonna get a poor Gordon Sill. Right, confirm here how many. Yeah, 50 trucks plus 1 brake van. I feel sorry for him. Poor Percy. Right, in the meantime, I'll discuss Wonders of Sodor. The game is good. I like how Percy's been fixed. How the hell did it open the toolbox anyways? Because surely the boiler here, you only get it up a few inches. How would you have the toolboxes? But still, Percy looks good. Great. Especially the face detail. It's like from CGI. Because honestly, at first I was concerned because of the promo pictures, like say the game from from where it shows Percy and Thomas, where Percy's face was all different. And pretty much it's quite good. I haven't played through every scenario yet. I've tried the timetable, where I've discovered, as I said earlier, the fact there's some missing. Considering between timetable, the engines would do something random, like turn around, take a train down to the harbour, when I feel like you should have been the one doing it. And look, there's no engine helping. Is one of the trucks sleeping back there? I got my eyes just blinking off while I was asleep. Put Percy through the pains of a mainline job. Just because I wanted to do an experiment. This is going to be over an hour long. 2-for-1 bonus here, people. You get review on one game and another. And 2 experiments done in the drain. Now, between James's experiment and Percy's, James ain't pulling 50 coaches. While Percy, smaller, different puffing mechanism, smaller, and pulling way more. But truly for Percy, he is what the fall. The detailing, nice. I can even control him from the cab. Oh damn the blinds. It's just a shame that you get forced in a cab interior whenever you're going into a tunnel. Because, as the Unlucky Tug said, where he wanted to get a scene of Thomas bursting out of the tunnel, but he couldn't. As well as you have to wait until every bit of your damn train leaves the tunnel, because else you can't exit it. As well as I would like there to be an option to pretty much, pretty much just go into the timetable, but go on foot. Because on Xbox, you don't have that privilege. As well as hopefully fix teleporting. Make it so that you can get better shots from, like, engines bursting out of tunnels. Almost like a shot from the show. As well as for Dovetail, no offense here, but to flip the brake coaches on the express coaches to the correct way. Because when you spawn them, the brake coach is spawned backwards. Which, if you wanted it to be accurate, you would have to take it either to a turntable or delete the brake coach, spawn in another engine consist, grab the brake coach, and set it on. No offense, Dovetail, you've done good. Somehow that within scenarios, the brake coach is on the right way, but in timetable it isn't. In timetable, all the brake coaches are missing. And all. Apart from Clarabelle. Because either that they forgot to have the brake coaches in, or that they were supposed to be, but you couldn't get access to it. But in non-timetable, let's just say the brake coach always spawns backwards. Come on, bud. You can do it. Come on, my little trooper. You can do it. What the flip are you slowing down? Mate, by the time we get to Wellsworth, you're not gonna get anywhere. Percy, you got a blooming stall on the hill. This is called putting your tablet on charge while trying to record something, but you haven't been able to charge your stuff all day. Oh, bother! Brakes have been put on, probably from me moving around, adjusting stuff. I can't put my phone in between legs. Good enough. But truly, the game's good. It's just some missing bits. Just needs to be fixed. But I give the game Wonders of Sodor. Drum roll while a theme plays in the background. Oh wait, we don't have drums. Right. 10 out of 10.5. As in, the game gets 10.5 out of 10. For the ability to open Thomas's water cap, but surprisingly no one else's. For a game that has good quality, people have loved it and brought it. It can't be perfect first time. It never has. But hey, at least we got this far. Speaking of some, Percy. Don't look smug. Or do you have a plan up your nose? Right. Oh, wait. You don't have nostrils, so we can't check. Yeah. Look at the camera. It's switch theme again. I don't know what's happening on the screen, but you should. No, wrong theme. Actually, this will do. Oh, steady. Right, Percy, you're dead, mate. You won't get up the hill. He's going slower than James was. Maybe because from accident he just went nudged the controller while doing something else. Steady out the legs. If I caught Thomas, he would Why you smug, mate? You got something planned? Or do you have something planned for season 3, eh? What do you have to say for that? Yeah, you can probably think of what he would say. Either something to offend me or not. What's down here? Probably safety valve, but even then it's living just dark hole. Also, here's a random science fact for you if you made it this far. The eyeball, more specifically the pupil, is not really there. It's just one big hole. And the iris, which is the coloured bit, extends and contrasts to adjust to the light and darkness. There's your random science fact for the day. If you found this out and have watched this far, comments down below and I'll try and respond to the comments as possible as I can. How the flip is that signal just green, but I didn't get a notification. Still, I'll try and get around to the comments. If you know what it is. For example, if you got in to the end of the video, say, put down in the comments like, puff, or, you know, let's do sheds. If you watched to the end of the video, comment below sheds, which will tell me that you have watched the whole thing and have heard the science stuff, and I'll heart it. Now this is where probably me and the rest of you wanted to see Percy take it what should be for either Gordon or James or Henry take up the hill. He ain't gonna make it, folks. He's not gonna survive. Come on, Percy. Go on. He ain't gonna make it. He's doomed. Legs don't give out. We'll give Percy a chance. You know, stop it here. Remove half. Put some hand. He said, I mean, the track's already applied handbrakes. That's odd. Go a few feet forwards. Stop the goblin. Spawn in the backup. We'll see if these two can do it. Come on. Oh. Should have gone just simple controls for this. Oh. No, Thomas. You. I will now go to the top of the hill. It sounds like they're struggling to stop. Well, that's because they are. Any movement, lads? Oh, they really want to move. Yeah, they really want to move. But they can't. I know the answer. Never had this happen before. Right, James, we'll see if we could bring the train up to them. Oh, flip. Dust. That ain't good, ain't it? James is being dragged. How come he got dragged, but Percy and Thomas physically never did? Come on, James. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. Well, that proves James can't pull 50 trucks. But this is where the the swearing warning comes into play. The good old fuck. Fuck. No more? It's just that one word. It's only because I want to keep comments, and since I'm in the control, we don't have any issues, do we? Good. But this is Caydin the A1X Terrier signing off for this one on review of Wonders of Sodor and Train Sim World's Thomas Pack and experiments here and there. Signing out. Bye bye. See you next time.